Okay, now members, we are going to see how do we get the coordinates of the image of an object using a graph when they have given you the scale factor. Okay, let us see. Finding the image coordinate after enlarging its object with scale factor k. Remember that the image distance from the center of enlargement over the object distance from the center of enlargement is equal to k. So if I multiply this, that always the image distance is going to be k times the object distance from the center of enlargement. So if you know the distance from the center of enlargement of the object, you can easily get that of the image by multiplying it with that scale factor. And so this one is talking about the same idea. K, you start this one is CA, you start A prime, then this is CA. This is the object, this is the image. So to get CA, the distance of the object image is going to be K times that of the object. Now, let us go through this question. A triangle ABC with the vertices 2, B, and C is mapped onto triangle A prime, B prime, C prime using enlargement scale factor. So now our scale factor here, our K is now 2. The scale factor here is 2. About the origin. Plot ABC on a graph. Find the coordinates of A prime, B prime, C prime using a graph. Now here, you don't do it algebraically, you do it graphically. If you do it using the method, you are going to get 0, 0. So now, this means that now, the image distance is going to be 2 times the object distance. That's what I mean. It's going to be 2 times the object distance. Now, what we do, you first plot these coordinates. After plotting, I think everyone can plot A, B, and C. That's how you plot them. Now, what you do first is, you draw a line from the origin because we are enlarging them about the origin. From the center of enlargement, so draw a line passing through that object like this. Then also draw a line from the center of enlargement passing through C. Also from the center of enlargement passing through B. Now, because this is positive, it means our scale factor is positive, meaning that the object and the image are on the same side of the center of enlargement. So all of them are on this side. That's why I'm drawing them that side. Because this is positive, those are the concepts we talked about. Now, it means that now, to get the image distance, I'm going to multiply 2 times that of the object, meaning I first get the object distance. So the object, then you start with A. Start with A, you get your compass. You come and put from the center. You say from the center of enlargement, the object distance. You put there. Now my object is going to be A. So that's where it is. Now, this distance now, this is the distance now. It's going to be twice the distance of, it's going to be twice to get the distance of that of the image. So now I go also from the center to get that of the image. So this is now the center. I have to move this distance 2 times. So I put here, now I say this is now my first time, like this. You draw an arc there. Then the second time I put here, this is my second time. Meaning that now, this is going to be my A prime, this one here. Then when I come to C, I measure the distance from the center to C. This is the distance now. From up to C. Then this distance now I move 2 times so that I can get the distance of the image from the center. So this is now my center. This is now 1. Then I move it 2 times. 2 because it's 2 times. So this is where my C prime is going to be. My C prime is going to be there. If it was a 3, you move 3. Then when I come now that of B, I measure the distance from here up to here. This is my B. So I move it 2 times. So from here, this is the first time. Then the second time is here. So now this is going to be my B prime. Now, you get your ruler and then join those 3. So now I join the 3 from here to here. I join. also this one, U. So that is going to be now my new triangle, the image triangle. So after doing that, we start now is 2 times this. Now, to get the coordinates, you come and just read them off. So my K prime, you read the coordinates so that the x coordinate is going to be 4. From here, I start the x coordinate is 4. The y coordinate is also 4. So 4, 4. Then B prime, you see that now, B prime, the x coordinate, you see that my x coordinate is 2. My y coordinate is 8. So I have 2, 8. Then the C, the image coordinate for C, you see that here I'm having 8. Then here I'm having 4. So I have 8, 4. And those are the coordinates from the graph. That's how we get it. Now, when I come to this one, I have now, you see that the question is the triangle PQR with PQ, R, those are the coordinates. Now I'm done with the protein. We first plot. I think everyone can know the protein. Was locked onto P prime, R prime using enlargement scale factor -3. Plot PQR on the graph. I'm done with that, so that I can save some time. Plot PQR on the graph use the graph to find the coordinates of P prime, Q prime, R prime using a graph. Anyway, that's the repetition back. Sorry. Now, because now when we look at this, our scale factor K is -3. This negative is just telling us that the image and the object are on opposite sides of the center of enlargement. That's what this negative means. So, as long after interpreting that, it means that now these ones now I don't go like this because when I do this, because it's about the origin. So the center of enlargement is about the origin. So if I go like this, it means that they will be on the same side. Yet this is negative. So it means I have to draw them going opposite side of the center of enlargement. Because of this negative, that's the interpretation. This one was positive, that's why I drew going that side. But because it's negative, now I go from it. That's why I'm coming this side like this, passing through the origin. Now, this one means that the distance now is going to be 3 times this negative, just to interpret that you are going to the opposite side. So, the distance is going to be 3 times that of the object. The image distance is going to be 3 times that of the object. Meaning, we measure the object first. Then we start with the P. If I measure that of P is here from the center to the object. My object is now P. Let me measure. This is the distance now. My P. There. So this is the distance. So I'm going to move 3 so that I can get my object. Now I follow this line from P through the origin, through the center of enlargement. So now this is my first movement. So I move like this, the first, then the second, then the third. My third is going to be, this is the first from here, the first, sorry, then the second, there. Okay, if I read this again, it's going to be there. Then this is my first, sorry, there's a little error there in measuring, so I do it. So this is going to be my 1, then the second, then the third is going to be there. So my third is going to be there using your ruler. So meaning that where I stop, this is the first arc, this is the second arc, this is the third. I'm measuring this distance 3 times. So this is where my P prime is going to be. P prime. Then I come and I measure for Q or Q. Now its distance is here. Then I have to move this distance also. Now this distance 3 times. This is my OQ. Now I move this distance but opposite 3 times because this is 3. It was 4, you move 4 times. So now from the center I move 3 times. My first then my third time. My third time is there. So this is my first arc, the second arc, then the third arc. If it was 2, I would have stopped here, but there are 3. So this is where my Q prime is going to be. So this is our Q prime. Then when I move now to R, you also measure for R. R is going to be there. So R is going to be here. Then to measure that R, I come. Then I say from here now, I follow the line from R through the center of enlargement. So this is going to be 1. The second, then my third, like that. So that is going to be mine. So this is my first arc. This is the second, and this is my third arc. So now, where the third remains is going to be now my R line. So now you get a ruler and then you join them. You join this to this, then to this. So then my ruler, then I join these 3 points. So for you when you are in your book, it's going to be very easy. So that's how I think this is the what now we have. This is the one that we have. Now to look the coordinates, you just down for P prime, you read P. It's that our P is going to be, you start with the X. X is -3, comma, my Y is -3. When I come to Q prime coordinates, where is my Q prime? It's that my X is -9, comma, my Y is -3. When I come to R prime, I read R first, then X. X is -6, comma, then Y is -9. So that's how we get the coordinates using the graph. So if there were 3, you move 3 according to the scale factor. But the idea you should not forget is you be careful in the sign. So this 3 is just how we are going to multiply that, how we are going to move that distance. If it's 3, you move it 3 times. If it's 2, 2 times. If it's 4, 4 times. But this negative tells you they are going to lie on opposite sides of the center of enlargement. If it's positive, they are on the same side. So positive scale factor means object and image on same side of the center of enlargement. So after that's it, you draw lines passing through those points like that, as we've done there. So that's it, members. I wish you the best. As we've done.